Warning, this video may contain spoilers for late parts in the game. If you plan on playing this at some point, turn back now. You have been warned. Hello and welcome to the Labs of Aperture Science. Today I'll be talking about a game in which I forgot just how short it is, Portal. Even with the shortness, I still enjoyed my time with the game, as it makes you think more outside of the box as nice brain teasers, even for what it is, plus there's some extra stuff that can give a nice challenge that I'll be talking a little about later. Let's get to the basics. Quite honestly, there's really not a lot to know about the game, as there's only a couple buttons that you even need to use. Nevertheless, you play the game as a test subject named Chell, which is actually, I don't think, ever said in the game, going through a series of tests, eventually gaining the portal gun where the real meat of the game is. The left button shoots your blue portal and the right button shoots your orange portal. Two different colors is quite helpful in this game, as some tests will require you to have quick thinking while shooting the right color so you can be boosted out of the other. Big thing to note in this game is the fact that the portals can only be shot on the white surfaces, as a portal won't appear on a black surface. You also won't be able to shoot through fences, glass, or through your own portals. Other buttons used are pretty basic. Jumping is done with the space button, E allows you to pick up objects, and Control lets you crouch. E is necessary in order to carry cubes, such as the companion cube, usually to be placed on buttons in order to open a door. They can also be used as a shield due to the turret robots. These robots can be dispatched in a wide variety of ways, such as shooting a portal underneath them if given the opportunity, picking them up and throwing them around, or bashing them with a cube until they fall down. After shooting on the ground in fright, they'll eventually power down. One final thing of note is the energy that gets shot out of some walls, needing to find a way to get that ball of energy into its respective place in another. Portal's story, at least for the entire first game, isn't really laid out. I mean, at least the background, especially since the only dialogue you get is from GLaDOS in the first place. The game begins with Chell waking up in a contained room before a robotic voice, welcoming her to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center, begins speaking. The voice glitching before letting Chell out through a portal, beginning a simple first test of putting a cube on a button to open a door. A good couple test chambers go by, with helpful portals until Chell is given access to using the blue portal on her own, and then eventually the orange portal. After a couple more tests, GLaDOS promises cake at the end of one of them, getting onto a moving platform that ends in a fire pit. Chell using her smarts in order to evade this, all the while GLaDOS says that's what was supposed to happen, with Chell now exploring the insides of the Aperture facility as she begins to realize that there are no other humans present in the facility, and definitely no researchers overseeing the tests. All the while, GLaDOS pleads for her to either come back or assume the party escort position. She eventually makes her way to where GLaDOS herself is. She attempts to guilt-trip Chell before saying she has a surprise, a piece of her falling off that Chell disposes of in an incinerator, turning out to be a morality core that the scientists put on her in order to stop her homicidal tendencies of filling the research facility with neurotoxin gas. GLaDOS activates this neurotoxin, leaving Chell with 6 minutes to find a way to stop her, using GLaDOS' own rocket turrets against her and removing the 3 other cores, incinerating them one by one. This causes GLaDOS to seriously malfunction, with Chell getting sucked into the aftermath. She appears outside the facility with a destroyed GLaDOS, with another robotic voice, thanking her for assuming the party escort position and dragging her back inside the facility. I'm pretty much going to be regurgitating what you've heard before, but if you like brain teasers, this is a really good game for you. I mean, nothing is too difficult if you give it a couple seconds of thought, but this is an extremely good entry point, which gets further expanded by the optional advanced and challenge rooms that can be accessed on the main menu. The dry humor of GLaDOS really makes the game for me as well, especially back when I originally played it. My only con is the shortness of the game. I beat it in around 3 hours. I don't think that's really all that bad though, due to what they were even able to achieve with the Portal system in the first place, and the eventual sequel, which extended play a decent amount more. I know I'm leaving out a big name that people familiar with the Portal series will know, but I'll be talking more about him when I do the Portal 2 review, as he has a lot more to do with that game than he really does in this one. So don't worry, I know of his existence. Other than that, Portal was a nice and succinct game, and you'll usually be purchasing it in a game pack like the Orange Box or something, but even the $9.99 price point isn't all that bad. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next video.